We start this week's overview with the Lesserskorp of the Vogelmeer, so we've got that one out of the way. Shall we cover the other ducks as well? There were two interesting ones amongst them. And no, I'm not talking about one of the two ringneck ducks, which were also there, although it's worth noting that the ringneck duck from the Vogelmeer was also briefly spotted at the Kennemermeer. No, a surf scoter was found again. A male was seen in a large group of common scoters off the coast of Ameland. A proof shot couldn't be taken due to the rolling sea, but who knows, with calmer waters, the bird might be photographed in the coming days. It's about time we saw another impressive bird like the one on Texel in 2009 and 2010. The other interesting duck was an American widgeon in North Holland. Now, an American widgeon isn't that exciting these days, but this one had features of the variant known as the storm widgeon. This variant has a cheek and throat the same color as the forehead. Normally, this would be grey in an American widgeon. This North Holland bird was somewhere in between. Unlike in the summer, this bird was much easier to observe, but unfortunately, it was only around for one day. On Vlieland, a calling golden plover was noted with a call resembling that of a spotted redshank. And that's a bingo, as this means it was a Pacific golden plover. The bird was noted independently by two observers, and its call was also recorded. If you want to fix this bird's call in your mind, listen carefully. The black-winged kite at Vochteloeveen was still present until November 2nd. However, on the last day, it could only be viewed from a great distance. A real shame, as I would have liked to see an overwintering bird at Vochteloeveen. It would have been a nice addition for our upcoming January big day. On November 3rd, another bird was noted in Limburg. The same one passing through to its usual wintering area? On Schiermonnikoog, a rustic bunting was present in the forest near the campsite until the 29th. It's fun to see a rustic bunting in the forest, since most switchable birds tend to creep along the ground, which actually makes it easier to spot. On the 31st, an overhead bird was recorded at the Maashorst. That's already the second one of the season there. Also still present was the adult rosy starling of Den Burg on Texel. It remains a very popular bird with over 100 sightings again this week. Will it stay all winter? We'll keep following it. Pallas's leaf warblers are doing well this year. Late October is the best time for this species in the Netherlands, a few weeks after the peak of the yellow-browed warbler. This week, birds were seen in Katwijk, Westerschouwen, on Ameland, in Lauwersmeer, on the Westplaat and in Eemshaven. I even visited the latter myself to practice with my new camera setup. It takes some time getting used to, switching from a Canon DSLR to a Sony mirrorless, but wow, the quality is incredible. I'm going to capture a lot of beautiful things with it. Yellow-browed warblers were still so numerous this week that I won't mention all individual sightings. There were still two black storks in the country this week, one near Deventer and another in Limburg. Wintering individuals of this species are very rare, so they will likely depart any day now. Then a bit on shrikes. The lesser grey shrike of the Schelling could still be seen until the 2nd. The discoverer, Carlo de Rond, sent me a message asking if I could show his video in my overview. So here it is. Thank you very much, Carlo. If you've discovered something rare or filmed something beautiful and would like me to include it in these videos, send me a message. You can also email me at thedutchbirder@gmail.com. That other shrike, the Dorian shrike, was still in the North Holland Dune Reserve. However, the news was that it could now be seen from a public path, albeit from a great distance. Still, everyone now had the chance to add this species to their list. Personally, I'm waiting for a well-twitchable bird that can be filmed up close. A bunch of olive-backed pipits enter our country again. Some were noted flying along the North Sea coast, while others were seen on Schiermonnikoog, Vlieland and Texel. Of the other Siberian warbler, the dusky warbler, 3 were seen this week. The well-known bird from Westerschouwen, which could be seen together with a Pallas's leaf warbler, one caught in Eemshaven, and another found along the Frisian IJsselmeer coast. A juvenile Sabin's gull flew past Texel and was also briefly seen resting on the water. They are quite rare this late in the year. This week, a hoopoe could be seen, though you had to travel to Ameland for it. However, the barred warbler was only observed by one person with a report from Zeeland. Could this really be the last of the season? Things were lively on Ameland too, as there was, besides the Palliser's leaf warbler and hoopoe, a little bunting seen on sight. Another bird was noted on the southern side of Texel by someone who really needed it for his patchwork challenge. In Haarlem, an alpine swift was seen on both the 2nd and 3rd of November. On the 2nd there was a report without evidence, but the following day one was even photographed. However, the bird couldn't be found where people went to look for it. The highlight of the week, however, was a Pechora pipit flying over the observation point, the Vulkaan. A flying pipit was seen and its call was recorded. Those who know me know that I always refer to the Vlieland bird from 2012. In my opinion, it's a bit unfair that the bird was never accepted. This bird will likely share the same fate, so we'll keep waiting for a sighting where the species is photographed in the field. Not an easy feat, as this bird is known to scurry through the vegetation like a mouse. What happened in the surrounding countries? Well, a taiga flycatcher was found on Helgoland. This is about the 14th case in northwestern Europe and the first for Germany. It's one of those species that ranks high in the prediction game of Dutch birding. A German birder sent me a message saying he had a video I could use. That's the kind of message that makes me happy, so a huge thank you for that. It's been discussed often, but as a reminder, look out for the cool grey color of this bird, the entire black bill, and the black upper tail coverts instead of brown like the red-breasted flycatcher has. On the same October 31st, another very good species for the Western Palearctic was found. A grey-headed lapwing was seen in France. From 0 cases ever to now about 4 in northwestern Europe in 5 years. A Swainson thrush was also seen in France, but unfortunately was caught by a kestrel. Ouch! Denmark saw its first grey-necked bunting. We had one here in 2004. Unfortunately, that one flew into a net and wasn't seen again. Maybe we'll see it again in the Netherlands someday? The last pine grosbeaks were seen in the Netherlands in 2004 also. This year, many are appearing in southern Scandinavia, although there have only been 2 reports from Denmark so far. However, next week we see a favorable wind current from southern Scandinavia to the Low Countries. Could a few of them come along? It would be nice for those who haven't been birdwatching for over 20 years. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and ring the bell, and you'll see next time if the pine grosbeaks have arrived.